Well, let's just see. Harris approval sinks further, but most say she'll replace Biden. That's an interesting headline. Here by Paul Bedard. I'm Grid 7, and here's something that I know I've said before, if not here, in other areas, but Vice President Kamala Harris is not viewed as qualified to be president by a majority of people, but they still expect her to replace Joe Biden before his term ends. That's a very, I don't ever recall in 40 years here that I have at least somewhat been know about politics and president and vice president and stuff like that I've ever heard of people saying that they expect the vice president to replace the president before his term ends. In the latest survey charting her fall from popularity, Rasmussen reports said that just 43% believe that she's qualified to run the nation, versus 55% who do not believe she is qualified. Of that, 47% of voters said she is not at all qualified. This really is not good news for Democrats. Those poor numbers probably result from the bad impression she has left on the country amid failures to fix the border crisis and get liberal election reform passed in Congress. Maybe it had nothing else to do with her past, which really isn't much either. Now, there have been several reports of staff infighting. Now, that goes all the way back to California, and she has been radio silent during the Afghanistan crisis, despite earlier being a champion of Afghan women. Yeah, again, Democrats have no clue what's going on militarily. Rasmussen asked likely voters for their impression of the first black and female vice president. They are mostly underwhelmed. By a margin of 56% to 41%, those polled said they had an unfavorable view of the former California Democratic senator. However, it won't stop her from being elevated if Biden leaves office. His recent missteps in Afghanistan and his fumbled public comments have led to a new wave of reports that he will leave the White House early. Now, I always said it would be 2 years. His fumbling here lately has, I think, concerned the shadow people who are really in control. And it goes, asked how likely is Biden will leave and be replaced by Harris before the 2024 election. 51% said it's likely. Well, only 37% said it wasn't. Now, I will admit, earlier this year, January, February, I thought that the percentage would be, that Biden actually would step down. I thought maybe 10%. Now, watching how things are going, the Afghanistan thing really made it evident that Biden's not in charge. He is not in charge at all of what's going on. He is a figurehead, and a falling figurehead. Kamala Harris really isn't going to do much better, because she's already falling in popularity and all this other type of stuff. And I'm just not seeing. Pelosi's not good. I'm really wondering, because I don't see either of these two really being a contender. Biden's going to be out before 2024. Or if he is, I don't see him rerunning. And Harris, unless something really major happens with these numbers, I don't see her being that popular. So whoever is going to be 2024 for Democrats isn't either of these two, in my opinion. Now, what do you think? Good, bad numbers? Leave a comment. Come on over to Rumble. I'm also on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share. and I'll see you next video.